Hi guys, Natalie here. Welcome back to my channel. So guys, in today's video we're going to be making some delicious KOKI corn, which is one of our delicacies from Cameroon. So now let's get to meet our ingredients. First up, we have our spinach, and today I'm going for the mature spinach in reversal of what I showed you guys in my Eru video. So for any other dish you can use any spinach of your choice, but for Eru it's always preferable to use fresh spinach. And the reason why I went for the mature spinach is because today I have more to do with the leaves and very little to do with the stems, so that's why I made this choice today. So next up we have our onion, just for a little flavor. We have our salt, our maggi, our palm oil, our crayfish, our pepper, some fresh corn, which is basically the star of the show because the meal is literally KOKI corn. And this is how we buy our corn, guys. So we buy like that from the store. It comes in little packets of 3s and 4s. And what I've been doing so far is slicing the corn and just prepping it like, you guys know this is how we prep it. And I'm going to be supplementing that with a little bit of corn flour. So this is the corn flour I'm going to be using for today's video. And aside that, we have our aluminum foil. So I usually use aluminum foil with parchment paper, but today I couldn't find parchment paper, so let's just go on with the aluminum foil and let's begin the process. So guys, all I've done is chop the spinach and chop half of the onion I showed you guys earlier. So we have our corn already in the blender. All I have to do right now is add the onion and some pepper, then we are going to blend. So there we go, onion. Our onion is chopped. Half of the onion I showed you guys earlier. I just pour it in, and then I have to add some pepper so we can blend. So now I'm going to add the washed pepper. So the pepper is added, and I guess we can begin with the blending now. So let's fit our covering. So this is the blender from which the corn came, and I've just added some water because I know I'm going to be using corn flour, and that means I need a little moisture. So I added a little bit of warm water here. Let's put it into the mixture. Okay, now we've added the water. I guess we have enough mixture to add our corn flour. So I use yellow corn flour. I'm just going to add a generous amount, like 1/3 of the packet I have. So this little packet I have is 2 pounds. I think it's written somewhere right there, 2 pounds. So I'm going to use like 1/3 of 2 pounds. So I'm just giving it a good mix. And I'm going to add some salt and maggi seasoning cube and some crayfish. Then we're going to tie and start cooking. So my little wooden spoon is the equivalent of a teaspoon, and I'm going to take 2 teaspoons of salt. 1, 2. So we have salt in there. Now I'm going to put some maggi. I have like 3 maggi I'm going to use. 3 cubes there. So I'm going to mix those, my salt and my ghee. Give it a beautiful gentle mix. Until we are sure it's all mixed perfectly. Then we add the other ingredients. So that's our palm oil, guys. All I've done is warm it a little bit. You don't want to use cold and clumpy palm oil because it's going to it's not going to be even. When the food cooks, it's going to spread to some parts and some other parts are going to be dry with no oil and stuff like that. So always try to warm your oil. I've microwaved my oil for about 2 minutes and it's good and nice just the way I want it. Now I'm going to put it into the food. So there we go, oil right into a mixture. Ah, it looks so beautiful. Give that a gentle mix. I love oil, guys. I love palm oil when I'm cooking traditional dishes. Like, if you like less oil in yours, okay, just put less. But me, I love when it comes out shiny and stuff. Clockwise, anti-clockwise, up, down, whatever, just anyhow until you don't see those patches of oil anymore. So let's get some spinach in here. So if you're like me and you love veggies, you're welcome. I always look for every little excuse to add a veggie into a meal. And if it's a meal which takes veggie, I always put much vegetables in it. I don't know why, but I guess that's a great source of iron. So that's how we get our nutrients, and we don't play with that. If there's any meal which takes a veggie, we always make sure to put a lot of veggie in there for your own good, for your own health. But if you like less, just put a little less. But we like it much, so that's why you see a lot of leaves in here. Good source of nutrients. All green items gives you iron, so a great source of iron and nutrients. So guys, I've moved everything to the staging area and now I'm about to start cooking. So here I have the cup of the corn and I used it like a little foundation. We're just going to stand the koki on top of it because we don't want it to get burnt. In Africa, what we see our mothers doing is they put some leaves. If I had some leaves, I'd have used the leaves instead. But because I don't have leaves, you know, I always improvise. I'm going to use the cup of the corn to give it that foundational layer and just to prevent it from burning. So this is the mixture right here. Let's continue. So the last item that goes in is usually the crayfish. Not so much, just enough to give it that flavor. Go ahead and mix again. It's a lot of mixing that goes into koki corn. Because you want to make sure everything goes to every single area. You don't want to have kind of food where something is here, something is on the other side. So always try to mix so well to make sure everything goes everywhere. So my tripod has been acting up, I don't know why. The camera just won't stand. But I have to tie this. I'm going to put like 2 or 3 scoops of the spoon on the foil. And when I tie it, it goes directly to the pot where the water is boiling. So that's basically what is going to go down now. I don't know why this thing just won't stand. So I can't fit the camera to show you guys how I'm going to tie it. But you guys are definitely going to see when it's getting into the pot. So I have my aluminum foil. And I have my spoon, so I get a few scoops. 1, 2, So I'm just going to tie that. I have to step out and put the camera down for me to be able to tie, since I have just 2 hands and not 6. So we roll it. Make sure you have all the corners on the side sealed. Fold the edges so water doesn't penetrate. And that's a beautiful wrap. So that's a good wrap. We get it into the pot with the others. Put one layer vertically, put the other layer horizontally, just like that. So as I have 3 this way, I'm going to put the next 3 like this. So we are done wrapping. Everything is in there and it's cooking. Now I'm just going to focus on rating these items I used, the plate, the tray, and the bowl. And then we're going to come back later if we need to add some water and stuff. So that's about it for now. So with everything cooking and my bowl rinsed, I'm just going to hop around and do something and come back after a couple of minutes to check. So KOKI corn has been cooking for well over an hour. I'm just going to open to check. Alright, I see it boiling. If there was no water, all I had to do was add a little bit of water. So that cup is what I've been using all along to drop water here and there. But now we have a good quantity of water in there, so we're just going to let it boil and I'll come back later to check. So I don't hear the sound of any water coming from this pot, and what that means is the water is dry. And so it means our KOKI is ready. It's been cooking for well over an hour. So it's time for us to open and taste. So excited! So I can't wait to open this. And have a good taste. Wow, see how good it looks, guys? Oh la 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 la, it looks like a cake. So we are going to cut into all this deliciousness and have a beautiful, beautiful taste. Oh my goodness. See how it separates? Just beautifully. The second cut. Oh my goodness. See how it falls apart? That's exactly what you should have. I love this consistency. So let's go ahead and have a taste. I go love it from Sunday to Monday. They go come every day. All my money on you, I go throw away. Yeah, babe, she fit in me, finish.